Well, thank you everybody for tuning back in once again for another episode of Logik's View. Today is Wednesday, March 27th. Hope everybody having a good day. We got a quick little announcement to make. We got caught Gretchen Whitmer putting out an announcement. I just stumbled across it researching, and yesterday she put out an announcement promoting the abortion drug Mifepristone. Not sure how you pronounce it, but I got a video of her promoting this drug, so y'all already know that we got to dig deeper into it. And I don't know much about it, but together we're gonna learn today. And here's the video right here. We're gonna check it out.
Today, the U.S. Supreme Court is hearing arguments in a case that could block access to Mifepristone. Mifepristone is a safe, highly effective, and widely used medication prescribed for medication abortions and miscarriages used by women and families across the country. I'm fighting like hell to protect Michiganders' reproductive rights. We repealed the extreme 1931 abortion ban. I signed the Reproductive Health Act to expand access to reproductive health care and called on the federal government to make birth control available over the counter without a prescription in order to reduce barriers to Mifepristone. When you try to take Michiganders' reproductive rights away, we fight back. I'll keep fighting like hell to protect reproductive freedom and give families the options they deserve as they choose to start or grow their families right here in Michigan.
So as you can see, Gretchen talking about reproductive rights and my body, my choice, but they don't never say they wasn't saying that when COVID was being enforced, the jabs and the pokies. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't my body, my choice at that point. They was telling everybody to submit and get poked. You know what I'm saying? So Gretchen Whitmer promoting something. I immediately started digging deeper into it, and I encourage y'all to as well. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to do to empower ourselves with wisdom and knowledge instead of just believing the different things that they tell us. So we gonna look into I got a couple short videos. One is like 2 minutes, one is like 4, I think. So we gonna watch these together and learn a little bit more about this issue. It's a hot topic. That video was from yesterday with Gretchen, and I found a couple videos that we can watch to get some more information and be aware of what's going on. So here's one of them right here.
The U.S. Supreme Court appeared skeptical of an effort to restrict access to a commonly used abortion drug, Mifepristone, during a Tuesday hearing. Several members of the court questioned whether it was an appropriate challenge of the drug's federal approval. It is the most significant abortion case before America's top court since it ended the national right to abortion in June 2022. The outcome could affect abortion access for millions. This case centers on decisions made by the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, to loosen restrictions of Mifepristone's use since 2016. The Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine, an umbrella group of anti-abortion doctors and activists, filed a lawsuit in November 2022 alleging that the drug is unsafe and that the federal agency inappropriately expanded access to it. Numerous studies have shown that Mifepristone is safe. Elizabeth Prelogar, the U.S. Solicitor General, told the court that the doctors could not show that the FDA's decisions had directly harmed them. She added that ruling in favor of the anti-abortion group would severely disrupt the federal system for developing and approving drugs and inflict grave harm on women across the nation. Several of the judges seemed to find the basis for the case dubious. Even some of the conservative justices who have ruled in favor of anti-abortion plaintiffs in the past questioned whether the doctors had suffered due to the rule changes. Justice Amy Coney Barrett, who was appointed by former President Donald Trump, pressed the group's attorneys on whether 2 of the doctors cited in the case had been forced to terminate a pregnancy against their will. How abortion pill ruling threatens other drugs. How safe is the abortion pill Mifepristone? Some of the justices, both liberal and conservative, asked whether there was a mismatch between the injuries claimed by the group and the changes they were pursuing, limiting millions of Americans' access to Mifepristone. Justice Neil Gorsuch, another conservative judge appointed by Mr. Trump, questioned whether a ruling in their favor could open the door to a handful of individuals turning a small lawsuit into a nationwide legislative assembly on an FDA rule or any other federal government action. Two of the court's liberal justices, Justice Elena Kagan and Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, asked why the doctors were not already protected by their right to lodge conscience objections to certain procedures like abortion. Mifepristone is used in combination with another drug, misoprostol, for medical abortions, and it is now the most common way to have an abortion in the U.S. Medical abortions accounted for 63% of all abortions in 2023, up from 53% in 2020, according to the Guttmacher Institute. More than 5 million U.S. women have used Mifepristone to terminate their pregnancies. The court has previously ruled that it would not consider a challenge of the FDA's approval of the drug, but a ruling against the FDA could severely limit access, as it would roll back the expansion of access that has occurred since 2016. The FDA announced in 2016 that it would allow Mifepristone's use until the 10-week mark, rather than up to 7 weeks of gestation. Then in 2021, it lifted in-person dispensing requirements, a move that allowed providers to send it to patients by mail. In 2022, the FDA moved further by allowing retail pharmacies to dispense the drug, meaning medical professionals, not just doctors, could prescribe it. The following year, a judge in Texas revoked the FDA's approval of Mifepristone. Abortion remains one of the most contentious political issues in the U.S. and will likely be a major factor in the 2024 election. In total, a few hundred protesters gathered outside the court on Tuesday. Many waved signs that carried phrases like, "Abortion is healthcare, trust medical science," and "We won't go quietly back to the 1950s. 13 of the protesters were arrested for illegally blocking roads and a walkway, according to the U.S. Capitol Police.
So this is definitely a highly controversial, hot topic. We're gonna continue to look more. I'm gonna continue to look more into it. It's they had an Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine group that was opposed. They are anti-abortion. I'm gonna try to reach out to them and get a better understanding and a better take, or see if they'll come on and explain to us all more about this whole situation. But we definitely got to be informed and educated on this stuff. So that's what this channel is about, wisdom, knowledge, sharing it, sharing the gospel, sharing the truth, exposing the lies. Gretchen is a liar, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. And this video is for educational purposes only, so we can grow and learn more together. And I got one last little short video that's going to give us some more info, more insight. It's only 3 minutes, so we could check this one out together as well real quick. And
what could the US Supreme Court hearing on abortion medication mean for millions of women across the nation? Nearly 2 years ago, a significant ruling from the Supreme Court led to half of all states either banning or restricting abortion access. This puts the United States in a unique position among Western and advanced nations, with the majority of countries improving access to abortion rather than limiting it. Fast forward to today. The Supreme Court is hearing arguments in a case with potentially far-reaching implications for the availability of Mifepristone, a key drug in medication abortions. Mifepristone, in combination with misoprostol, is used in the most common type of abortion in the nation. The outcome of this hearing will be closely watched, following a 2022 decision in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization, which allowed 14 states to completely ban medical abortions. The stakes are high. A ruling in favor of the plaintiffs could restrict recent changes by the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, that have eased requirements on receiving one of the two pills used in medication abortions. It could also potentially undermine federal regulatory authority over drug safety, not only for this medication, but for others as well. To put things in perspective, there were approximately 642,700 medication abortions in the US in 2023, according to a report from the Guttmacher Institute. This represents about 63% of all estimated abortions, a significant increase from 53% in 2020 and 39% in 2017. Mifepristone is effective in 97.4% of cases, resulting in a completed abortion with a surgical intervention needed in 2.6% of cases, while in 0.7% of cases, the pregnancy continues. The FDA has made several changes to facilitate the use of Mifepristone. In 2016, the drug was approved for use up to 10 weeks into gestation, an increase from the previous limit of 7 weeks. In 2021, the FDA further eased in-person requirements, allowing the pills to be sent through the mail, including by healthcare providers who are not physicians. This has made the process less invasive and more convenient for women, allowing them to avoid travel to clinics and potential encounters with anti-abortion protesters. However, this Supreme Court ruling could also impact major players in retail pharmacy services. In some states, drugstores like CVS and Walgreens have announced pilot programs that would allow pharmacists to dispense pills without the need for a physician's referral. As we await the decision of the court, we must consider its potential implications. The ruling could affect the accessibility and safety regulation of abortion medication, potentially impacting millions of women across the nation. As history has shown, the decisions of the Supreme Court can have profound and lasting effects. The question remains, what will the outcome of this hearing mean for the future of abortion access in the United States?
All right. So, like I say, I wasn't very hip to what was going on surrounding all this. As soon as I seen Gretchen Whitmer pushing the video and pushing this product, I knew it was important that we look deeper. So I just began to dig this morning into it. Those are a couple of the videos I stumbled across and thought they were worthy of sharing. But and then you see that the stakes are high, like was stated in the video. Now we know that there's a depopulation agenda. We also know there's agendas with these doctors to push drugs. They get incentives to push drugs on us. They like legal drug dealers, basically. And we know the system is corrupted, and we should be skeptical and we should be looking into it. So we know that Bill Gates is part of that depopulation agenda. The abortion is all part of that. Margaret Sanger, you do your own research, look into this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I got one more video I wanted to play, and it may or may not be some foul language in it. I haven't watched it lately, but I believe I've seen this one before, and it's Rob Snyder doing a little stand-up comedy. We got trying to make light of the situation that we going through, because it's so much stuff, it's so much evil, and it's so much just craziness that we fighting against it by exposing it, but we gotta smile as well and keep our eyes on the Lord. So, comedian Snyder is gonna make us smile.
Another crazy billionaire, Bill Gates, says there's too many of us. His thing by 2030 is to depopulate the planet, and I just wondered, like, are we part of the population that he wants to depopulate? Says there's too many of us. And he says it, and people go, it's a conspiracy theory. This is a conspiracy theory. He said it. You can go on YouTube. He said Bill Clinton. Bill Gates. I'm sorry, I was thinking about Epstein's Island for a second. So Bill Gates, you go see on YouTube. He says one of the goals by 2030 is to lower the population of the planet, and one of the ways to do that is using vaccines. It's like, what? And people go, no, that's a conspiracy theory. So he said it. You can go see. He said, yeah, but it's a conspiracy theory to think, he meant what he said. Says what? He said it. He meant it. He's doing it, and it's working. And people go, it's a conspiracy theory. What? That's like if Bill Cosby said.
All right. My bad about that. That was the end of it anyway. But you get the point, man. Woo. Rob Snyder. Maybe I should have watched that before. I might have to edit that out. But anyway, we all grown, man, and we facing an evil enemy who do want to depopulate us. It's serious. Rob Snyder is a clown, but point taken, and it's true. You know, you can go find the videos. Don't look on Google because they probably they they get rid of a lot of this stuff or make it hard to find on these regular platforms. Anyway, man, like I say, we got to look more into this stuff. We always got to dig deeper. Can't take nothing at face value. I'm gonna try to reach out to the people who are part of that Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine. See if I can get anybody to come in or come on. But just doing my part, trying to share information. We can learn together and grow together. If any of y'all familiar with it out there who might see this and knowledgeable, I know Dr. Christine Parks. I could probably call her Christina Parks and get her to come on, or Sister Maya Hahn. You know what I'm saying? They in the medical field here in Michigan representing. So anyway, that just wraps it up. Little short, brief episode. I'm gonna be doing more today, more tonight. It's been a rough week, you know what I'm saying? But you know, God is good, God is great, and we lift him up and praise his holy name. Thank you to each and every one of y'all for tuning back in once again to another episode of Logik's View. Follow God, not man. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you enjoyed this content, please like, comment, share, and even drop prayer requests down below and subscribe so you can stay notified each and every time our weekly content is uploaded. Thank you for tuning in. God bless and peace.